Welcome back to Hermione's Toy Box. We're taking a look at the Star Wars Epic Hero series from Hasbro. These are hitting Walmarts around now. You might find them in an Easter bin in the center of an aisle somewhere. Today we've got Grogu from the Mandalorian series and Luke Skywalker, also as he appeared in the Mandalorian, specifically with the little carry-all bag that he throws Grogu in and when he briefly tries to train him. And of course a Stormtrooper. This one seems to be the hardest to find right now. People are obviously going to army build them. These are actually 4-inch scale, so they're slightly different from the usual 3 3/4 inch or 3.75 inches that everybody's known forever. Star Wars, Hasbro, they keep trying different scales and things. These are, 5 points of articulation, so a little bit different. But overall, they're kind of cool looking. I think the Luke Skywalker likeness was particularly drew me in. He's a favorite of mine. Just some bio stuff on the back, lots of legalese and trilingual, extra translations, all these things. But opening them up here, this is me at my work desk before the wee hours of the morning. Opening up Luke, of course, is my favorite character. One of my very favorite characters of all time ever, but one of my very favorite Star Wars characters for certain. Trying to do this one-handed. Yeah, so he comes with his carry-all bag and the lightsaber he builds before Return of the Jedi. Smells like great, Hasbro plastic. Gotta love that. Obviously been a minute since I opened this. We had a spring break in between here. But now we're getting back to it. He's cool, though. I like the likeness. I think the sculpting detail's pretty good. He's got his black gloved hand. They've got these big holes in the back, and some figures will also have holes in the forearms and stuff for extra material. The ball-headed joint is kind of cool for the head, so that's nice. You get a little more personality out of your posing. I dig that. But there's Luke Skywalker in his Jedi attire. Let's get him accessorized here in a moment. Looking pretty good, using my R2-D2 piggy bank back there in the classroom. Various other Star Wars memorabilia around too, and let's give them these things. We got the lightsaber, we got the bag, put Yoda in. This thing's kind of cool. Just plugs right into his back. Those straps can go right over his shoulders. Gotta get his lightsaber. Always loved the green lightsaber. But one minute, here we go. There he's holding the saber proudly. Light playing behind it. Got a lot of lamps in my classroom here. Looks good. There he is with the bag on him, but we need someone to put in the bag, don't we? Someone right here. Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to little Grogu, as we all knew him as Baby Yoda for so long, right? Ripping him open here. He comes with his pram, his hover pram that does have a lid. The cool thing about the lid is that it does slide open and closed once you connect it. And it does have this little stand as well to more or less give you the idea that he's floating there. About, waist height for the other figures. But this little guy obviously doesn't have quite the level of articulation, but man, what a lot of personality. There you go. And slide that shut on him. Hovers nicely, so to speak. I dig that. That's the newer pram that they had for him. The other one got eaten by a sea creature, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously stand up a little nicer. And let's get Luke over here. Well, let's put these two together. So there you see, about waist height. It hovers next to him. And there he is to scale. Look at that little guy. Great little sculpt on him. Ball-jointed head. Otherwise just swivels at the shoulders. And there he is in the bag as he was meant to be. That's right there. That alone is, these two are a great little duo. If I was only going to get two, these are the two to get, I think. I think they're fun. So, Luke Skywalker, young Grogu, who's older than him at that point. And here we go onto the Stormtrooper, okay? You can never have too many Stormtroopers. I used to collect all of the 3 3/4 inch line. And over the years, I've sold a lot of my collection off, given things away. We're going to open this guy up, though. He comes just with his typical E11 blaster. People will complain that he's got some missing paint apps, things like that. He also has this massive hole that he doesn't come with anything to plug in there, but with deluxe figures and other items, I'm sure that will probably come down the line should this line continue much further. There you go. But he's a decent looking Stormtrooper. He does have that ball jointed head, you know, so already to me he's an upgrade over the vintage one, although vintage does have bonus points just for being nostalgic. You see these little holes in the forearm so you can plug things in. I know that Deluxe Sabine and Vizsla characters have some items that can plug onto there, so you cross compatibility with this line. This guy, you know, he's a pretty good Stormtrooper, you know, depending on the helmet you prefer. This one, if I'm not mistaken, is A New Hope. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Let's get his blaster out so we can arm him up. It's just kind of awkward, but here we go. I'm gonna push it out of the package, and here we go. And let's give him his blaster rifle E11. It's a pretty decent sculpt on this thing. I don't think it's a reuse from any of the previous lines or anything. Here we go. Now he's aiming at our Jedi heroes, or Jedi Mandalorian heroes. He's fun. He's good. I dig him. They're, I don't know if I'm going all in. I don't know how many I'll get else otherwise, but, you know, they're a decent little collection. So there's my first three at least. Vader, the Mandalorian, Din Djarin are also out there, as well as an Ahsoka and some other stuff. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share, to spread the love, spread the joy. May the Force be with you, and good journey.